Hi, my name is Patricia Mason. I am the parent of Tavion Tashawn Mason. I just want to say something about my son. My son was a good child. He wasn't always good, but whose child that wasn't good? I just want to let y'all know something. The man that shot my son had my son selling drugs for him. He would give them drugs and pills, so they would go to the school and they would sell the drugs to the students. So, if the man was so much remorse about him killing my son, I didn't get no phone call. I didn't get nothing from him. So, if he was so remorse, how come I didn't get a phone call? And you said, Mr. Sloan, that when my son broke into your house before, why wasn't there a police report?
And why you still let him come in your house?
And why was he still coming over to your house if he broke into your house? Now, you treated my son like a child of yours. I don't know why you did that. Maybe a drug bust gone bag, or he wanted his money, or you would want to pay him more money, or what, I do not know. But I do know that you were selling drugs, and you having them kids selling drugs for you. No wonder Table wanted to come over your house. Y'all was smoking weed and marijuana. You was letting them do whatever they wanted to do when they came over to your house. I just want to say this. My son wasn't always good, but he was changing his life around. Now, my son got shot on Tuesday, but he was over your house Monday because his relative dropped him off there. So, this is what I want to say also. On the day of the shooting, before the police were called, if anybody out there who knows anything, who's willing to come up and say anything, that they saw Mr. Salone and somebody else take some bags of drugs to another car to get rid of before they call the police, please come forward. Call the Decatur police or do something. And I also want to say about the Decatur police and the detectives too. Y'all told me that my son, when y'all came and got me from my house, that y'all told me that my son's body has been shipped to Huntsville. But I found out later his body was not shipped to Huntsville. His body was still over there in the backyard. And y'all will not let him see me. And y'all haven't got back to me or anything about the case or nothing. I will let y'all do y'all job, but please let me know something. And I want to know, why did y'all have to lie to me about my son? About his body was shipped to Huntsville. But and his body was still over there in the backyard. Please tell me something. And I also want to say something to the little YouTube tabloids about the negativity about my son. Y'all making these little statements on YouTube or Google or whatever about my son, about how he should have been got killed or whatever. Y'all was so brave to say this. How come y'all didn't say them? Put your own words or face on the thing on the YouTube and say what y'all want to say instead of writing words. Y'all had all these comments that let me know that y'all parents did not bring y'all up right. Well, y'all was calling my son niggers and stuff. My son was well loved. I had to find out later about my son was selling drugs. That is wrong. I do not condone anything like that. Anytime my son do something wrong, I will not condone anything. Just like Mr. Salone called and told me when he said that my son had skipped school. He called me then. How come he couldn't call me then when his house got broke into? He called me then when my son and his son would go to the teenager club and they would sneak in the back window. It was plenty of times that I dropped Taven off when I had to be at work in the morning at 5 o'clock in the morning. Drop him off last year. And Dudley, which is Mr. Salone's son, they would walk to school in the morning. And the door would be left open for my son to come in the morning time when I drop him off. And I just don't understand why he would do something like that. And he treated my son like a own son. So only thing I can figure is that a drug deal went bad. And it's too many stories I hear. First you say one thing and then you say something else. Which is it? Everybody know you that you are a big time drug dealer. They know who you are. So that's all I wanted to say about my son.